Well, if you've been living under a rock, you definitely don't know this couple. But if you've been on social media, you know who I'm about to talk about. I did my research, so I have receipts. Hello and welcome to Being Winfred. Today I'll be talking about this controversial TikTok couple that has been taking over social media by a wind or fire, or what am I gonna say? They have been taking over social media by storm. I'm gonna be talking about Kiyomi and Micah. Let me take you through their social media. They have a massive following on TikTok. They do have 2.1 million followers, and on YouTube, they have 596,000 subscribers. Let's take a look at what they've been posting. Their latest video on YouTube is about a wedding vlog, California vlog. So it's more about their life, camping with my 2-year-old. The oldest that is there was started 6 years ago. And then the most popular video, it's a day in my life vlog that has a whooping 1.2 million views. People know who they are, and if you don't know who they are, then I'm gonna tell you more about who they are. So let's dive in. Why I decided to choose this topic is these are people who decided to have kids together, and I'll tell you the reason as to it's a little bit weird that they decided, because I know you're gonna say, so what, they have kids together, but that's not the tea. They decided to have kids together, not one but 2 kids together, and social media is actually supporting them. TikTok has been, like, if you say something negative about them, people just tell you, so what, it's their life, move on. No, we're not moving on. We're going to address this. I understand that Kiyomi was brought up in a religious background and she was homeschooled. She didn't know any better, because when you're in your small bubble, you think that everything revolves around there. It's the same thing when you've never moved out of your country. You don't know what else is out there. So I feel she did not know what else is out there.
I did like Kiyomi when she was like 14 though. I don't know if that means anything.
Now this is Micah. He's 18, Kiyomi is 14, and he said that he found her attractive. That's one. The other thing is, Kiyomi found out that she was pregnant and decided to do an abortion, which it's her choice. Yeah, she decided to do it, but because she lived in a community that was very Christian-like, they decided that no, we don't support murder here, we don't support abortion here. So they decided to take the abortion pills. Actually, it was Micah's family that took the abortion pills and they did away with them. Now until there, she's still a victim. When she gave birth, what happened? The family decided, no, we don't want you anymore. And that gave birth to their videos. They decided to live in a van and people started following them. So life in a van, young couple, raising a kid. Who doesn't want to know how they are doing it? Sign me up. I want to look them through. I want to see how they're surviving. That's okay until there. But there is a picture, the 2 circles, that's Micah there, and then that's Kiyomi. So this looks like a family picture. When I was young, I knew who were my cousins and I knew who were my friends. Just friends from the neighborhood and who are my cousins. So for them to decide to make a baby together means that they already knew they were cousins and they knew kind of what they were doing. But let's not focus on that. One kid, that's a mistake, that's an accident. Let's forgive them. But what about kid number 2? Let's look at their tree before we move on. So how are they related? Yes, they are cousins, but the cousin has skipped a generation. So that's Micah's grandfather, Micah's father, then there's Micah, and then there's an additional generation in Kiyomi's, meaning they are cousins, but she's one gap below. So that's the whole tree. You can check it out. You can pause this video and analyze it for yourself. Where they actually admitted that they were cousins, although this has already been deleted. I'm gonna read it for you. Somebody said, she's so freaking cute. I think they were referring to the daughter, Suni, the first daughter. She's so freaking cute. But are you going to explain the whole first cousin thing? No hate, for real. But how did that come about and what did your parents say? And then she responds, the person who asks, in my country, like 30% of all marriages are first cousins. So like genuinely no hate. You see, she has not been answered, but she's already defending her question, saying that I'm not hating. It's totally okay. You just Tell us what's up. We want to know because we've been invested in your life. We want to know. And what does Kiyomi respond? She says, yeah, we are second cousins and we've been together for like 4 years now, but I might hop on Twitch and talk about it little more if people ask. So they know their cousins, they're still doing it. And before you say that other cousins are also, first cousins are also doing it, there are consequences to this. They are both cute, they made a cute baby, but the fact that they can be defects and people are just ignoring it. And I'm pretty sure if it was another couple that was not good looking, another couple that was just your average couple, people on social media will tear them up. And to support what I'm saying, I'm not the only one who's thinking like that. Somebody said if they weren't conventionally attractive, nobody would be okay with this. I second that. I love them, but if they were anybody else, everybody will think it's super weird. Why is everyone trying to brush it off? If they were unattractive, it would be 100% a different story. Research shows that if two people who are close, for example, one cousin A and cousin B, have a baby, the baby might have facial defects, that's for real, but the things that we don't see are, for example, lung and heart defects, learning disabilities, brain disorders, and that might even cause deafness and blindness. They have a huge following. People are supporting them, meaning that if people see that it's okay, like, well, Kiyomi and Micah are having a baby and they are cousins, so I can also do this. That's like rolling a dice and hoping that it will fall for your kid and your cousin's kid is cute. That's a little bit concerning because people are actually defending them. And what do you defend? You defend something that you're okay with. I wouldn't defend racism because I'm not okay with it. If you defend people who are like cousins and having babies, then it means you are okay with it and you can actually do it. But if you roll the dice and if they had done it the first time, the baby came out okay. But why the fact they were grown adults and they decided to do it again is what it doesn't sit well with me, and this also doesn't sit well with people who actually think. Because what if the baby is born with disabilities? That's something that you chose for the baby. That's something that you had control over and you still decided to, okay, let's go on and do it. It's not okay, and social media should not be supporting them. Social media should not be telling people who are concerned for the babies to back off. Yes, it's their life, but baby number 1, okay, we give them a pass. But what about baby number 2? And then they decide to have baby number 3. And because they are cute, they are young, they are what we describe as cute couple in this age and era, then what? What if baby number 3 comes out not looking so great? Are people still gonna support them? Are people still gonna be okay with them? And do they understand how much it's gonna drain the baby when the baby grows? And even these babies that they have already made, or if there's something wrong with them? I feel it's very selfish for them to continue doing that. Tell me in the comment section, do you know this couple? What do you think about their actions and what do you have to say in general? Anyway, that's the video I had for you today. Till next time, bye bye.